Good morning, America, for our viewers in the West. The aftermath of the record-breaking snowstorm, Americans ordered to shelter in place in Mexico. And the party in the USA for our hockey heroes as the Hughes brothers wake up early for GMA. It's not over. Another storm on the move after that record-breaking bomb cyclone blizzard slammed the Northeast. All-time record snowfall for Providence, Rhode Island and Long Island, New York. Over 3 feet. Whiteout conditions in major cities. Winds whipping up to 84 miles per hour. Dangerous flooding. Trees buckling. This morning, what you need to know about the heavy heart attack snow, as hundreds of thousands are still without power, thousands of flights canceled, and now more snow on the way. Ginger and our team are tracking it all.
Mexico on edge. Americans ordered to shelter in place, caught in the crossfire.
They easily could have killed all of us.
Following the killing of a top cartel boss, a new video shows part of the operation.
Rising tensions with Iran. President Trump rejects reports that the chairman of the Joint Chiefs is advising against striking as the U.S. builds up its military presence in the Middle East.
Breaking news for our viewers in the West.
We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home.
Savannah Guthrie's new message this morning.
We are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery.
Plus new details in the search for her mother, Nancy, about the masked suspect outside her home on the night she disappeared.
Nick Reiner in court, pleading not guilty to the murders of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner, why he could still change that plea.
Lindsey Vohn's road to recovery.
By far the most extreme and painful and challenging injury I've ever faced in my entire life times 100.
New details about the Olympian's devastating injury that almost cost her her leg, and what's ahead.
And the heroes return. Celebrations overnight for the U.S. men's hockey team. And this morning, the Hughes brothers are waking up to join us live. Quinn and Jack's big dreams turn golden memories. Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Tuesday. Good morning, America. Good morning, America. You know, Florida is the place to be this morning. Team USA's hockey team is there. We hope they're going to wake up.
And so are some other familiar faces, Sam and Lara. The party's in Miami, not just USA, but Miami, USA, the beach there, after the monster storm. Oh, canceled their flights. Don't act like you're cold.
Exactly.
Canceled their flights and thousands of others. If you're going to get stuck, Miami's not a bad place to be.
A lot more pleasant there than it is here.
Not bad. No.
But we are going to begin with that fallout from the blizzard. Millions of people digging out this morning. It'll take days to get back on track, especially at airports. After the record-breaking blizzard on the East Coast, more than 3 feet of snow fell in some areas, bringing major cities to a standstill. This is the snow and the powerful wind from Earth Cam on the Statue of Liberty. Ginger and our team are tracking it all. Matt Rivers starts us off in Boston. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. This is what a lot of people in New England are waking up to. Feet and feet of snow piled high. This historic storm pummeling huge swaths of this area. Now, the cleanup of all this begins. This morning, millions digging out after a historic bomb cyclone blizzard slammed the Northeast.
Oh, big one.
The monster storm blanketing the I-95 corridor from Philly up to Boston, creating dangerous conditions. All-time record snowfall on Long Island and in Providence, Rhode Island, where more than 3 feet fell. Blizzard conditions stretching for miles, leading to virtual whiteouts. In New York City, trees buckling under the weight of heavy snow. Downed trees in New Jersey, leaving more than 250,000 customers without power.
For me, it was like you either got to get our power on or plow, because we don't want to sleep here tonight.
Officials say it could be days before electricity is restored. Along the coast, strong winds and dangerous flooding, crashing ashore and flooding residential roads. Major cities transformed into ghost towns as officials instituted travel bans, urging residents to stay off the roads.
Look at downtown Boston, normally super busy. The streets basically completely empty. Schools are closed, businesses are closed, the state of emergency in effect. Officials telling people to stay home. This is dangerous.
For those who did venture out, the conditions making travel treacherous. Cars sliding and fishtailing outside Boston, many getting stuck. Even power trucks and ambulances. First responders forced to dig this one out of deep snow with help from Good Samaritans.
And Michael, I think the story of the day today is really going to be getting the lights, getting the power back on. As of right now, roughly 250,000 customers, most in hard-hit southeastern Massachusetts, still without power.
Yeah, definitely need that power. No power, no heat. All right, Matt, thank you. We're going to go to Ginger, bring in Ginger. And Ginger, say it ain't so. Good to have you in the studio, first of all. Secondly, 2 more rounds of snow could possibly be on the way.
Yes, I'm calling the first one a puff in comparison to the others, though, so it's light, right? This is not going to stop everybody, and it's not going to cause the travel chaos like we saw with that Providence, Rhode Island breaking their all-time record for snowfall. The state of Rhode Island, actually, it's preliminary that is the highest they've seen at nearly 38 inches. Yes, 37 inches in Massachusetts. Connecticut had more than 30. Lyndhurst, New Jersey, 30 inches. Islip, New York, biggest storm on record there, 29 inches. For us, it was our 9th biggest snowstorm in New York City, but the biggest we've had in a decade. Same thing for Philadelphia. So here's that puff. It comes through tonight through early tomorrow. It won't leave much behind. You'd be lucky to see an inch. So this is not plowable at the coast. A little bit more when you go west. And then on Thursday night through Friday morning, we're watching rain to the south, but Washington, D.C. on up. And then you see New York City, we could have a little mix over to snow again. Not as big, Robin, but something to watch.
It is something to watch, and we know that you will. All right, Ginger, thank you. We're going to turn now to the latest on the violence in Mexico after the killing of one of the most powerful cartel bosses. A lot of concern for Americans who are stranded there in Mexico. Whit Johnson has more on that story for us. Good morning, Whit.
Robin, good morning. Mexican officials insist the situation is improving. Flights to the U.S. are resuming, although some airlines are still operating in a limited capacity. But over the past few days, the State Department says it's been in touch with hundreds of Americans trying to leave Mexico amid the violence.
This morning, millions on edge across Mexico after a military operation killed one of the country's most notorious cartel bosses. Criminal groups responding with mass vandalism and violence. The State Department urging U.S. citizens across several Mexican states to continue sheltering in place this morning from Tijuana to Puerto Vallarta. Officials say Sunday's military raid killed more than 30 cartel members, including the head of the Jalisco New Generation cartel, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho. Video verified by ABC News showing parts of that operation, followed by a barrage of gunfire and blasts. Tourists say the violence erupted Sunday morning without warning.
Their goal was clearly to block all main roads in Puerto Vallarta, and clearly it wasn't to kill people because they easily could have killed all of us.
Yoni Pizer says he was vacationing with his husband and friends in Puerto Vallarta when their car was attacked by an armed man.
And he got to the car, pointed at my head, and through the window said, "Get out of the car." And all of us exited the vehicle. And at that point, he got in the car and drove it just a few yards into the intersection, and then threw an incendiary device in it, which exploded, and the car was quickly engulfed in flames.
Now, the White House has confirmed the U.S. provided intelligence to Mexican officials, but now sources tell ABC News the CIA was instrumental in removing El Mencho, but no American troops were on the ground for the operation. George?
Okay, Whit, thanks. We're going to go to Washington now in the State of the Union. Facing his lowest poll numbers yet, President Trump set to address the nation ahead of challenging midterms and a possible war with Iran. Senior political correspondent Rachel Scott is at the White House. Good morning, Rachel.
George, good morning to you. And even Republicans acknowledge this is not how President Trump wanted to head into his first State of the Union address of his second term, on the heels of that massive decision by the Supreme Court declaring most of his tariffs unconstitutional. Tonight, the president is expected to be just a few feet away from the justices that made that ruling, possibly even 2 that he appointed himself. He spent the last few days railing against them, saying that they and their families should be embarrassed, saying he couldn't care less if they come at all. Now, of course, we have seen some outbursts during these State of the Union addresses. Well, this morning we are learning that at least 39 Democrats plan to skip the speech altogether. There's a counter-programming event over on the National Mall. And all of this comes in a critical midterm election year. And as we are learning, the president is facing some headwinds in the polls. polls. According to our latest ABC News Washington Post Ipsos poll, 60% of Americans disapprove of the president's job in office. The majority of Americans also disapprove of the president's handling on key issues ranging from inflation, tariffs, immigration, and the economy. Tonight's speech also coming amid the backdrop of a partial government shutdown, with Democrats and Republicans still at odds over funding for DHS. And one of the biggest questions tonight, will the president outline for the American people, for Congress, why he's possibly considering a military strike in Iran, George?
Has not been done yet. Okay, Rachel, thanks very much. And all of you at home can watch the State of the Union tonight at 9 Eastern here on ABC. Michael?
All right, George, for more on those plans for possible military action in Iran, let's go to our chief foreign correspondent, Ian Pano, who is in the region for us. Good morning, Ian.
Yeah, good morning, Mike. I think that's right. With growing fears of a war with Iran and this massive military build-up, I mean, there really are growing questions and concerns about what the president wants from Iran and what a potential U.S. military strike could actually achieve.
As tensions rise between the US and Iran, the White House denying reports that Chairman of the Joint Chiefs Dan Kane is advising the president against striking the Iranian regime. On social media, President Trump calling the reports 100% incorrect, saying General Kane, like all of us, would like not to see war, but if a decision is made on going against Iran at a military level, it's his opinion that it'll be something easily won. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth insisting the military's standing by.
Everything is on the table. It's the president's decision. We're here to help ensure that a deal is made. And I think Iran would be wise to make a good deal.
Chairman of the Joint Chiefs Dan Kane has reportedly cautioned strikes against Iran could risk significant US casualties and be difficult due to lack of allied support. The US pushing a deal on Iran's nuclear program, despite the president saying online that it was blown to smithereens during a US bombing operation last year. Trump's special envoy to the Middle East now saying Iran is still capable of building a nuclear weapon. But this isn't new. UN nuclear watchdogs have said this for months, with Iran long denying it's trying to develop a nuclear weapon. The White House has offered other reasons for a potential attack too.
They better negotiate a fair deal. You know, the people of Iran are a lot different than the leaders of Iran.
Trump initially threatening Iran over violence against protesters, claiming he prevented mass executions. Demonstrations against the regime led to a violent crackdown last month, with thousands of Iranians killed. The president appearing to use that violence as yet another reason to send in the US military. And Trump also repeatedly supporting the idea of regime change, saying it seems like that would be the best thing that could happen.
Well, as this military build-up continues, we are expecting more talks later this week, but with the clear threat from the US that if Iran doesn't make significant concessions, then it could face military strikes. But for now, no clear goals or even exit strategy. Robin?
That's where it stands for now. Ian, our thanks to you. Back home now to the massive impact on travel from the storm. Transportation correspondent Gio Benitez is at Newark Airport for us. Good morning to you, Gio.
Hey, Robin, good morning. Yeah, we told you here that it was going to take a few days to get things back on track. That's exactly what we're seeing playing out. Take a look at the numbers here, because just over 2,000 flights have been canceled this morning to give airlines and airports time to clean up after that blizzard. In fact, half of all flights departing from the 3 New York area airports, they're canceled right now. Boston seeing a similar situation, too. Now, the biggest issue is that the blizzard kept planes out of place, and now they need to get to where they're supposed to be to get those flights moving again. Remember, more than 11,000 flights were canceled over the past few days. Now all of those passengers, they have to be moved to new flights. So there's a good chance that today's flights and tomorrow's are already sold out. So many passengers may not be able to fly until Thursday or even Friday. The good news is I've been looking at the cancellations for tomorrow. So far, very, very minimal, but you have to watch that next storm, George.
Okay, Gio, thanks. Let's go down to Sam in Miami Beach. You're in the sun, Sam, but you're going to give some people some tips on shoveling snow?
Yeah, George, because it is kind of underestimated and it's a silent killer, and I'm talking about shoveling out that snow. Now, Lara and I are stuck someplace where we don't necessarily wish to be. We were wanted to be someplace else, but millions of people are actually trying to clear out where they live so that they can get out there. It's a heavy, wet snow, and it's commonly called heart attack snow because it's so much harder to shovel. Now, it's a reminder, seemingly harmless chore like shoveling snow could be very dangerous. The American Heart Association lets us know it lists snow shoveling among physical physical activities that could place extra stress on the heart. And that's especially true for people who have had previous heart issues or don't exercise regularly. So here are some of the risks. Believe it or not, cold weather constricts blood vessels, and that raises your blood pressure, and it puts you already in a dangerous situation to be exercising, like shoveling snow. Causes your heart to work harder. Hearts have to work harder to pump blood because those blood vessels are constricted. Combined with unusual activity, that heart under strain is real trouble. Other people, using your upper body effort when you're shoveling snow, it's taxing on the heart. It's more difficult than leg-dominated exercises. And tips for safe shoveling include start shoveling slowly, pace yourself, take a lot of breaks, people. Push or sweep the snow rather than lifting it and throwing it up. Also, use your legs if you're having to get down and shovel those big areas. But again, it's take a break, take a break. If you have a history of heart problems or any other risk factors, do not take any chances. Please let somebody else in the neighborhood do you a favor and remove all that snow. Guys?
Good advice there.
I did a lot of shoveling yesterday.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Help the neighbors, George. I was like jolly good giant out there. Just...
Do you believe that for 1 second?
Of course I do.
Thank you, George. Thank you. Someone believes in me. All right. Well, we're going to go to Lindsey Vonn and her road to recovery. The skier is sharing new details about her injury at the Winter Games after she was released from the hospital. And Lara, you have that story for us. Good morning.
Good morning, Michael. Yeah, Lindsey Vonn wants her fans to know she is strong and making progress after that devastating crash at the Olympics. And this morning, she's back on social media to share just how frightening her injuries really were.
Well, guys, after 2 weeks, I finally made it out of the hospital.
This morning, Lindsey Vonn marking the latest milestone in her road to recovery and sharing new details about the devastating downhill injury that she says almost cost her her leg.
By far the most extreme and painful and challenging injury I've ever faced in my entire life times 100.
Vonn losing control just 13 seconds into her attempt at an Olympic comeback on February 8th, clipping a gate and careening off course. She was airlifted off the mountain, undergoing multiple surgeries for a complex tibia fracture in her left leg.
I had compartment syndrome. You have so much trauma to one area of your body that there's too much blood and it gets stuck. And it basically crushes everything in the compartment.
The injury so severe, Vonn says she faced possible amputation, crediting orthopedic surgeon Dr. Tom Hackett for conducting a procedure called a fasciotomy to save her leg.
He saved me. It's gonna be a long road. But I always fight. I'll keep going. No regrets.
And Vonn actually credits that torn ACL she suffered a week before the game, saying that if she hadn't torn that ACL, Dr. Hackett would not have been there and been able to save her leg after that second crash. She is convinced that everything happens for a reason. She still has a long road ahead of her. She says it will take about a year for all of the broken bones to heal, guys.
Wow. All right, Lara, thank you so much for bringing that to us. We hope she has a full and speedy recovery. And coming up, it is a golden morning. U.S. hockey heroes Jack and Quinn Hughes join us live. At least I know someone here at the desk believe that I actually help the neighbors. We'll be right back.
Back here on GMA, Miss Patti LaBelle singing in the rain on GMA in Philly back in 2019. And this morning we're going to show you the hit series where artists like Patti and Snoop Dogg have popped up. It's called Front Porch Freestyles. And we spoke to the man behind a local mission giving artists a space to be heard. That's it, Larry.
Was your mic on?
Really singing.
Was your mic on?
You don't believe I can sing? I believe in you. You don't believe in me? Oh, my God.
You guys got to work it out today.
Oh, we totally work it out.
First new at 7:30. All eyes on the markets this morning after the Dow closed down more than 800 points yesterday. Worst day in a month. S&P 500, NASDAQ also fell after President Trump said he would impose a 15% tariff after the Supreme Court struck down his signature economic policy last week. Also to mark 4 years since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky released a new video saying about Putin, he has not broken Ukrainians, he has not won the war, we have preserved Ukraine, and we will do everything to secure peace and justice.
Well, there, the recall for nearly 10,000 pounds of frozen meatballs sold nationwide at Aldi supermarkets. The USDA says packages labeled Bremer family-style, Italian-style meatballs could contain metal fragments. There are no reports of anybody getting sick or injured from eating the meatballs. And take a look at this. Police in Sarasota, Florida released body cam footage of officers rushing into a burning home as the flames spread throughout the building. The responding officers saved 2 people, including a woman using a walker. Great job.
Good work there. Now to the new development in the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, an earlier sighting of the masked man seen at her door. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Tursky here with the details. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, George. Savannah Guthrie has just posted a new video offering up to $1 million for information leading to her mother's return. This morning, with the search for Nancy Guthrie in its 4th week now, her daughter Savannah with a new post on Instagram, an anguished plea for information and an offer to pay for it.
As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. Somebody knows. We are begging you to please come forward now.
The family is also donating $500,000 to the Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Savannah says she hopes the attention paid to her mother will extend to all missing persons cases. ABC News can also report that among the images the FBI released earlier this month was this one, showing the man on Nancy Guthrie's doorstep without a backpack. Sources now tell ABC News that image was captured on Nancy Guthrie's Nest camera sometime prior to February 1st, when she was reported missing after failing to show up to watch a virtual church service. The gap could help explain why investigators have asked Guthrie's neighbors to check their home security systems for footage going back to January 1st, a full month before she was taken. One theory, sources say, is the suspect approached the door the first time, noticed the camera, and was scared off, only to return later with a flashlight in his mouth, tampering with the camera and putting branches in front of the lens. Savannah's new offer of $1 million from the family brings the full reward for information to $1.2 million. And the image of the suspect without the backpack that sources are now telling us is from an earlier visit to the home could suggest, guys, that Nancy Guthrie's abduction may have been planned in advance.
Still so many questions. I mean, it's just so much time has gone by, and not to have more information. Yeah, I know everybody's working really hard on it, including you, Aaron. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We're going to turn now to Nick Reiner in court, pleading not guilty in the stabbing death of his father, director Rob Reiner, and mother Michelle. Trevor Ault is in Los Angeles with the latest. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Michael. And for the first time, the judge allowed Nick Reiner to be filmed in court. He has been in custody since December. He's now finally entered a plea in the horrifying deaths of his parents.
This morning, we're seeing Nick Reiner on camera for the first time since he was charged with the brutal killings of his parents, Rob and Michelle Reiner. In court Monday, he entered a not guilty plea, sitting quietly behind a glass partition with his recently appointed public defender only addressing the judge to answer a single question.
Do you understand, waive and give up those rights so that your matter may be continued?
Reiner is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder. He was arrested in December, the same day his parents were found stabbed to death inside their Los Angeles home. If convicted, Reiner could potentially face the death penalty, though the DA has not yet decided if they'll pursue it.
We will be looking at all aggravating and mitigating circumstances.
Nick Reiner has a well-documented history of mental health and drug abuse issues. It's possible he could still change his plea to not guilty by reason of insanity.
They don't have to do that yet. Not guilty by itself in an arraignment in California is kind of an umbrella plea. And the defense is going to be able to shift and alter that depending on what the evidence turns up in their own investigation.
And Nick Reiner is due back in court for a preliminary hearing in late April. These types of cases do often take years to play out through trial. Guys.
All right, Trevor, thanks to you. The Hughes brothers, Jack and Quinn, slightly delayed. We're going to get to them in just a little bit. But right now, you know, many people are digging out from the big snowstorm here in the Northeast. What better time To think about spring break. And Sam, you're exactly where so many folks want to be. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Robin. Good morning, guys. So yeah, it's hard to think about spring break today because it's 46 degrees here with a wind chill of about 30. But for so many people, and it's going to warm up tomorrow, but so many people are thinking about getting warmer right now all the way through March. So you may have waited to plan, but wait no longer. Break free from the snow and head south for some sunshine. According to AAA, both Miami and Fort Lauderdale are usually 2 of the top 10 spring break destinations. Our friends at the Point Sky offering up some other options. How about Maui, where it's spring whale watching season? Or if you're into the snow, how about some different snow in Colorado Breckenridge? It has one of the largest ski seasons in the U.S. Best time to book? Well, it actually just passed, so don't wait a minute longer. Use Google Flights to find the best options and stay flexible on your times and destination. One more tip, book now and keep checking prices to see if the price actually goes down. Depending on the airline, you might be able to get a credit for the difference in price. And the next tip is don't complain. So when I got here this morning, guys, I told Lara, I'm like, Lara, I'm cold. And she's like, Sam, no one's going to feel sorry for you, even if it's in the 40s here.
Listen to Lara. All right, Sam. We appreciate that. Yep. We'll get back to you in just a little bit. They are well worth the wait.
Yes.
2 national heroes, brothers Jack and Quinn Hughes. There they are to help lead the U.S. men's hockey team to its first Olympic gold medal since the Miracle on Ice 46 years ago. Congratulations to you, the entire team, and thank you so much for getting up and joining us here on GMA. And Jack, let me begin with you because, of course, we can't forget you scoring in OT like that against Canada of all teams. Have you had a chance to see the replay? Have you had a chance to see that goal in overtime, Jack?
Yeah, I have. I watched the replay a couple of times, but like since the game ended, we've been so busy. We hung in the locker room, enjoyed the moment for a long time. And we went to the winter house and we enjoyed the win with our families. All of our friends came over. So happy that we could share that with them. And on top of that, I know that there's been like so much headlines and about us and the women's hockey team and the video, but we hung out we're in the cafeteria with them at 3:30 in the morning until our butt.
Well, we can tell you guys have been up. We need to get you some more hot water there for your throats. Quinn, just give us, you had your own overtime goal up against Sweden. What was it like to watch your brother put that one away?
Yeah, I'm just extremely proud of him and the whole team, not only Jack, but our whole team. It's a great group of guys. We've been together for a long time, known most of these guys since we were young, known the Tkachuk since I was 6, 7, 8 years old. So it's very special for us, and obviously a little bit more special just to see, Jack score the game winner there. But yeah, extremely special.
And Quinn, you're a hockey family. You two are, obviously you two are NHL and gold medal winners. Your brother Luke is in the NHL. Your dad is a professional coach. Your mom is for player development for the women's national team who just won a gold medal. I'm just curious, was there a doubt that you grow up to be professional hockey players?
Oh, there is a bunch of doubt for sure. But you know how it is, and it takes a village, and we were so extremely lucky to have both the parents we had, not only just with their knowledge of the game, but they're just amazing people, and they didn't care whether it was hockey or soccer or lacrosse, whatever it was. They just wanted us to, work hard and have fun, and that's what we did. And obviously to be able to celebrate with our parents there was pretty insane. And, hopefully get to catch Lukey soon in New York and do the same with him.
Oh my gosh! Well, you guys obviously put in the work and are so deserving of all that's going your way. And Jack, you kind of predicted this because you wrote a letter to yourself like 7 years ago, and you wrote in part, "Maybe we won a gold medal together. What an honor that would be." You were speaking about your brothers. So to have earned the gold medal with your brother, What does that mean to you? Because you put it out there 7 years ago, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like it becomes so sappy when you rehear it and stuff. Of course, like I dream of, when I'm a kid, I dream of playing the NHL with my brothers. That's what I dream about. And I think the biggest stage for us is winning a gold medal for USA Hockey at the Olympics. So I dreamt of it, obviously, when I was 6 years old, 10 years old. I didn't know my wildest dreams could imagine, it would actually happen. But to do that with Quinn and to do that with everyone that supports us, all of our family and friends, I'm just so proud to do it for all of them.
Quinn, Jack mentioned the celebration you had with the women's hockey team. They've said they're not going to be able to go to the State of the Union tonight. Will you guys be going?
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but yes. And yeah, we're excited to go. I mean, it's something, you don't get to do. I don't know what today is, every Tuesday. But yeah, but it's gonna be something for us. But I'm glad you mentioned the women's team again. We're extremely happy for them. Obviously, a lot going on social media right now surrounding our team and their team. But in the last couple of summers, we did a lot of training with them and got to know a lot of those girls really well. Extremely happy to come and obviously. Well.
And Jack, you took a high stick to the mouth in the finals. You lost some teeth. Everybody's saying you should get it fixed. I'm here to tell you, you don't necessarily have to get it fixed, my friend, because you and I, we gonna look alike. Our mutual friend, Brian Thompson, wanted me to tell you that you finally proven to him that you are tough, because he said, he always says, you're not tough, you're just a hockey player. You've proven to him you're tough. We're proud of you, man. Congratulations to you and Quinn and the rest of the team. And we're so happy for you guys who represented us well. Congratulations on that gold medal.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well done.
Get some sleep. Get some sleep.
Yeah. Coming up, we got Oscar nominee Tiana Taylor that's joining us live here on GMA as well. So come on back.
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. It's not over. Another storm on the move. After the record-breaking bomb cyclone blizzard slammed the Northeast. Whiteout conditions in major cities. Winds whipping up to 84 miles an hour. And now more snow on the way. Ginger and our team are tracking it all.
Remembering Revenge of the Nerds in Lindsay McGuire star Robert Carradine. Hillary Duff reacting to the news overnight.
Sweet update. How Punch the Monkey is capturing the love of the internet, and how he's turned things around and found a troupe of his own.
Singer and actress Leanne Rimes is here live talking about 911 Nashville.
You're trying to steal my husband. You stole him first.
All the drama in the hit drama.
And don't walk, run to your TV because it's Tiana Taylor's time.
I'll be seeing you very soon.
Not if I see you first.
The Oscar nominee is gearing up for the Academy Awards just 19 days away. As we say, good morning, America.
Good morning, America. It's your girl.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Tuesday. Good morning, America.
Oh, you heard, she's our girl, Tiana Taylor. She is blowing up, and rightfully so. We cannot wait to catch up with her. Good morning, America. And Lara and Sam, well, they're in Miami, while the Northeast is dealing with the aftermath of the blizzard. You guys, I know you wanted to get back here, but you just couldn't make it.
We did.
Yeah.
We tried.
Yep,
We really did. We know none of you feel sorry for us. We don't blame you, but it's not much warmer here in Florida than it is in New York, right?
No, we're 46 right now with a wind chill of 38.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, but there's always time for coconut water.
And the energy is high. We are bringing it for you this morning.
And we're definitely happy to not be a part of the record-breaking snowfall that hit the Northeast. So we've got a pool, we've got the palm trees, we've got some stunning views here that we will share with you guys throughout the morning.
Yeah,
guys?
from the Lowe's. Thank you, Lowe's.
Keep this. Thank you both.
Yeah, thank you both.
Thank you.
All right.
That's all we'll say. Thank you.
And we're going to check back in with you two coming up. And also, we have the new research on the DASH diet and dementia. Dr. Sutton is here to break it down.
First, look at the top stories breaking today. We start with that record-breaking blizzard on the East Coast. Ginger and our team are tracking it all. First, we want to go back to Matt Rivers in Boston. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning. I'm not sure how hard Lara and Sam were trying to get back. I'm just saying, guys. Good morning. We've got some beautiful, beautiful sunshine here this morning in Boston, but we also have feet and feet of snow just like this. This is going to be the theme of the day, really digging out from all of this after that historic snowfall that dumped feet of snow up and down the I-95 corridor. You're talking about record-setting snowfall in places out on Long Island, also in Rhode Island, where more than 3 feet of snow fell at that point. Truly historic snowfall at this point. We're also seeing some ocean waves getting pushed up onto different residential communities along the coast because of the force of those winds, 70-mile-an-hour gusts, wet, heavy snow, meaning that power outages are a big deal. Hundreds of thousands of people without power this morning, including in hard-hit southeastern Massachusetts, roughly 250,000 customers without power at this point. That's going to be the thing that authorities, crews are out all day today trying to fix.
Yeah,
Robin.
because as Michael pointed out earlier, no power means no heat, and you need that right about now. All right, Matt, our thanks to you for being out there in the elements. Going to turn now to Ginger with the forecast. Great concern, rightfully so, about all the snow on tree branches and roofs.
Yes, absolutely, because everybody keeps repeating it's wet and heavy snow, but as that compresses, because we're relatively mild, especially compared to the last time we did this, it really becomes heavy, that weight of water, not just on rooftops, but on the trees. We already saw them falling yesterday. This one, in real time, you see how that branch falls with just, we only had 1.5 feet plus of snow here in Manhattan. So if you have 3+ feet in Rhode Island or parts of Massachusetts, that's where you're going to have even bigger issues. And I learned something when I did a story on trees just a couple months ago. Even after this melts, the stress that it put on tree branches can fall on a clear sunny day. So make sure you have a tree specialist come in if you're concerned about that. I do want to mention we are really mild starting tomorrow, but this is still below average. Still, we're staying above freezing, so things will melt, but we're going to get just a little bit more snow tonight into early tomorrow. It won't add up to much. You'd be lucky to get an inch at the coast, but heavier snows back to the west, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Ginger. We're going to turn now to new research out this morning that finds the DASH diet may help keep dementia at bay. Our medical correspondent, Dr. Darren Sutton, joined us with the details. Good morning to you, Dr. Sutton. And tell us about this new research and what it says regarding cognitive decline.
Yeah, so this study is about what diet is most likely to protect our brain. This is an ongoing conversation with the rising rates of dementia in our aging population. So this study is actually a large one. It follows more than 150,000 people over decades. And it found, as you said, that the DASH diet is the front runner in protecting our brain and reducing the risk of cognitive decline. Many might not know what the DASH diet is. It stands for Dietary Approaches to Stop Hypertension, or in other words, dietary approaches to stop high blood pressure. And when you look at the components of this diet, it is things that you'll expect: whole grains, beans, fish, but it really focuses on limiting sodium. We know that that's a driving force in high blood pressure, and vascular disease is so important for our brain health. So it makes sense, but it's very much, it's important to understand that this is an association. It's not a cause and effect, but with decades of research, the study is still compelling.
No, yeah, and so many who took part in that research. Talk about the difference between the DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet and the guidelines there with the department, HSS department.
Yes, it can a lot of confusion, especially when you're in the grocery store trying to make decisions. So the DASH diet is very much prescriptive. That's about limiting things like added sugar, added sodium. The Mediterranean diet, we talk about it a lot. It focuses on fat quality. Omega-3 is olive oil. Now, this is when you look at the actual guidelines and read the guidelines of the HHS guidelines, it's very much overall in line with the nutritional science. But Robin, the messaging is confusing. For example, they lead with protein without specifying which. Not all animal protein is equally healthy. Lean meats are a lot more healthier than red meats. Also, they encourage the consumption of saturated fats in their messaging, but in their written details, they tell you to limit it. It's so important to understand that saturated fat, sodium, added sugar, those are the key contributors to cholesterol, high blood pressure, and diabetes, the leading causes of death. So it puts the onus on the consumer. When you're in the grocery store, you've got to pay attention to the labels.
And there are no silver bullets here. You need holistic make lifestyle changes.
Absolutely. You got to make small choices when you're in the store, in the grocery store. And these diets are not about taking down and trying to follow them exact, George. Very much taking what you can from them and then incorporating them into your meal plan, structuring your plates, building up vegetables, adding meat last. These small steps can make big changes and a true investment in your brain health and your future memory.
These little things can really add up.
Yeah,
they can
absolutely.
really add up.
Don't shop hungry.
No, that's another one.
That's the most important tip.
That's true.
That's the most important tip.
You got that right. Thank you both. Thank you both. All right. Coming up on our GMA morning menu, remembering Robert Carradine, The Revenge of the Nerds, and Lizzie McGuire star, and what Hilary Duff is saying this morning.
Also, a new update for Punch the Monkey. After going viral for his heartbreaking interactions with the other monkeys in his zoo habitat. I'm going to tell you how he's turned things around.
Oh, plus Tori Johnson's got great deals and steals, your skincare favorites starting at $10. And Sam and Lara are stuck in Miami Beach. Hey.
Oh, hi.
Well, we are. Hi.
We are fully aware that you don't feel sorry for us.
Right.
But we're cold.
Well, the wind chill is 38, but we're taking advantage of the sunshine that's out now. And Larry, you've got a sneak peek at a brand new, your design show.
Yes, it's very exciting. We're going to have a sneak peek of the brand new trailer for that thrifting show coming up right here on Good Morning America from sunny but chilly Miami.
I thrifted this beach ball.
Very well done.
Much better today than yesterday here in NYC. We got our GMA cover story for you now. Breaking overnight, news of the passing of actor Robert Carradine. Fans known him from Revenge of the Nerds, Lizzie McGuire. Hannah Patah is here with the latest. It's Hilary Duff, one of those that's reacting to the news. Good morning.
One of the many, you guys. Good morning. Family says Robert Carradine battled with bipolar disorder for 2 decades, which ultimately claimed his life. They and Carradine's co-stars are remembering the actor whose work touched generations.
This morning, Robert Carradine, known for his roles in Revenge of the Nerds and Lizzie McGuire, has passed away.
I'm going to high school. I'm going to high school.
Not just yet, young lady. You have to graduate first.
Carradine, born into Hollywood royalty, the son of actor John Carradine and brother to David and Keith, carved out a place for himself with his breakout role in 1984's Revenge of the Nerds.
Nerds. Nerds! What is a nerd?
The cult classic, turning Carradine into an unlikely hero for underdogs everywhere.
Maybe if you're not busy sometime, we could have a cup of coffee or something. Oh. Come on, pal.
His career spanning over 4 decades, appearing in the Oscar-nominated film Coming Home. He was introduced to a new generation of fans as the still nerdy but lovable father of Lizzie McGuire.
When I was a freshman, you weren't allowed to go near the freshman lockers. If they caught you, they'd stuff you in a trash can.
His character on the Disney show often uplifting his on-screen daughter, played by Hilary Duff as she faced typical teenage challenges.
I never liked cheerleaders anyway. They were always so snooty. And you, Lizzie McGuire, are no snoot.
Duff reacting to the heartbreaking news overnight, saying this one hurts. There was so much warmth in the McGuire family, and I always felt so cared for by my on-screen parents. I'll be forever grateful for that. Carradine suffering from bipolar disorder for 20 years. His family confirming overnight he died by suicide. His daughter, actress Ever Carradine, sharing, "My dad was a lover, not a fighter. He was all heart," adding, "Rest easy, Dad. I love you the most." Robert Carradine was 71 years old.
And Carradine's family says they hope his journey can help shine a light and address the stigma attached to mental illness and maybe help others dealing with the same challenges.
Yeah. Certainly thinking of his family.
Yeah.
But Hannah, thank you very much. It is time for pop news, so we're going to go to Lara, who's there in Miami Beach with Sam. Guys?
Hey, thank you so much, Robin. So we're going to begin with the story of that little primate. There
oh, wait, cue the primate?
Yeah, who stole the hearts of people all over the world when video of him went primal. You remember, his name is Punch. He had that little stuffed orangutan at a zoo outside Tokyo. This morning, guys, we have good news on the 7-month-old Japanese macaque who just wants to be a part of his troupe. Take a look.
This morning, one tiny monkey stealing the world's heart. Punch is a 7-month-old macaque in the Ichikawa City Zoo near Tokyo. Abandoned by his mom at birth, when Punch tried to connect with the rest of the troupe at the zoo, he was met with rejection there as well. One older monkey dragging and shoving Punch, leaving him with nowhere to turn.
Sometimes a new mom especially might just struggle with figuring out what is normal behavior. Sometimes that can also look like direct aggression towards the infant.
So zookeepers brought him this orangutan plushie from IKEA for comfort. Punch instantly bonding with the stuffed toy, seen here cuddling and dragging it with him everywhere he went. Punch's story going viral.
So is everyone else just casually crying over Punch, the baby monkey?
Videos racking up millions of views and memes of the tiny macaque becoming an internet sensation, with companies like United Airlines joining in on the love fest. And Punch's plush pal selling out instantly, fans going bananas for their own stuffy. IKEA even joining in with this heartfelt post about the craze. Resale prices for the toys skyrocketing online, some listings asking for upwards of $350. And as for his journey to bond, cautiously approaching the other macaques, getting swatted away, and coming back again. Slowly but surely earning his place in the troop. Rolling with the punches, it finally paid off for the primate. His heartbreaking journey for acceptance getting a happy ending, with some of the monkeys including him in grooming activities, a sign of bonding and friendship.
The overall goal for him is to be a normal macaque monkey and have those normal relationships with other monkeys in his troop.
You're the first line.
Yes.
And then okay. So reports from the zoo, as we just said, say with patience and time, little Punch is slowly gaining acceptance of the other macaques who are now gently grooming him and communicating, but he still has his stuffed toy to hold on to. And as you can see here, so do we. And we're grooming and bonding as well. Guys, just a few weeks now until the launch of my new show, new story here. It's a new show on Freeform and Hulu. It's a design competition series called That Thrifting Show. And this morning we have your very first look at a brand new trailer for it. Check it out.
It's like literally a treasure hunt.
Welcome to the ultimate thrifting and design competition.
It's so special.
We have 2 identical rooms. You guys have 2 days and a $2,000 budget.
Cheers to a good deal.
Thrift shops, flea markets.
I don't care where you get these pieces. Are you actually in the dumpster? I love this.
I'm not leaving here without this table. Love? We are big fans of finding a thing and making it another thing.
Looks like it's just a painting. The legs come down.
Insane.
You guys ready to meet our judges?
It's divine. Magazine worthy.
This is like the princess room of my dreams. We actually have a chance.
The clock is ticking.
We have to get it done.
The winner of this competition is...
We are nervous.
That Thrifting Show with Lara Spencer, March 19th on Freeform and next day on Hulu.
I can't wait.
Truly.
All right, that's right. In just over 3 weeks, That Thrifting Show debuts on Freeform and begins streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
And guys, just before the premiere, we are doing our own version of That Thrifting Show. We'll have 2 teams of interior designers live on GMA doing it and getting judged by our incredible panel of judges. So excited for that.
Congratulations.
And finally,
yes.
we want...
Thank
you.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations. That's a big deal. That's going to be exciting to have folks here and redoing us here. So we appreciate that, Lara.
Thank you so much, Robin. And this one I know is important to you. One of our favorites is in the news, Christina Applegate. She is about to release a poignant new memoir. It's called You with the Sad Eyes, and in it, the Emmy winner tells her life story from her childhood in LA to her time on Married with Children to her diagnosis of MS back in 2021. The memoir is being called Unflinching and Darkly Funny, and this morning we can exclusively reveal that Christina is on the cover of this week's issue of People magazine, opening up about what she's calling the true me. Her full interview with People hits newsstands on Friday, and Robin, I know you have a very big exclusive with her. Her book hits bookshelves on March 3rd, and you had a personal one-on-one with her. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, thank you, Lara. I was with her last week in Los Angeles. It was a really Such a powerful conversation that we had, and you're going to see the interview air in less than a week on Monday, March 2nd, right here on GMA. And I was so incredibly happy to spend some time with her and to see her. And her book, wow, it is incredible.
She
does, and she tells it very well.
Oh, can't wait.
It is time now for Deals in Steals. Tori Johnson's here with big discounts on some amazing skincare products, and they're all from small businesses.
All viewer favorites?
Yes.
Starting with Chrissy Teigen favorite.
My girl.
Yeah, so she called this beauty oil
Hey,
from
give me some beauty oil.
Premier. I'll just give you a tiny bit. We'll go
Oh,
on
my
your
goodness.
face. She
I am more
called this
beautiful
magic,
already.
and that's what set this whole company on fire. It harnesses the power of the plum, packed with skin-loving antioxidants, polyphenols, omega fatty acids, vitamins D and A and E. It's a phenomenal line. It feels so great on your skin. So we've got not only the beauty oil, but their brand new cleanse. Their Plum Screen is one of our viewer favorites because that's a combination of SPF primer, skin-loving moisturizers, also helps to fight hyperpigmentation. We've got the Plum Body. Feel a little dab of that on your hand. That's a good one for the body. It is so luxurious, but also reduces redness and hyperpigmentation, so it's not just about hydration. Everything today, Michael, 50% off.
And as beautiful as my friend Chrissy Teigen is, you definitely need that.
You go. All
helps.
right. Dr. Brandt Skincare. Lots of favorites right here. My personal favorite is,
what is your personal
this
favorite?
face exfoliator. I've been using this consistently for years. I am so loyal and true to that one. But then we've got this whole foundation collection, which is all about everyday basics that are elevated, that support also not only great skin, but also their Dare to Care foundation, which is about mental health. That one right there that you're holding, needles no more, no more baggage.
No more baggage.
That's for under eye area. That's always a winner. Everything from Dr. Brandt today, half price plus
free shipping. That's right.
Okay, you need the right brush to get that flawless application. Feel how good these are. They are so soft, luxurious, but also 100% cruelty-free. Designed by a pro makeup artist who knows that the right brush helps you get that sort of perfect, flawless application without the streaks. So we've got a big variety of singles and sets. Upgrade your kit with these. Your makeup will work better. Half off starts at $12.
You get on TV, you learn how to use things
You
like
learn
that.
to use things like that, right? Okay. Dentist level clean. with
Every
Super
time I do
Smile.
Deals and Steals, we have some kind of tooth apparatus.
Exactly, but even if you have a gap, you gotta have clean teeth.
Yes,
right back here.
I say they're not together, but they're clean.
So clean teeth, healthy gums, two things we love. Plus, we've got their whitening toothpaste and accelerator. Don't encourage. Listen,
that's rude.
Whitening made simple. All you have to do is brush your teeth twice a day, 2 minutes each, and you got great, white, beautiful teeth. Everything from Super Smile slashed in half.
Yes, Super Smile, love it.
Sorry, we're going now to a hair one. Hairsman. Best brush ever. I love that brush, but you can also skip wash day with their vitamin-fused dry shampoo. This one's fabulous because it's going to take away the oil, the odor, the sweat, and also has a hair growth topical that's built in.
You can use that, Eddie. Go ahead.
This biotin mask, if you want to do someone a favor, that mask is
And
one of my
leave it in your hair
favorites.
and
Yep,
just do
it's
it.
phenomenal to revitalize hair. All slashed in half from hair to min. Really fabulous.
50%.
Also viral
Wow.
sensations.
Great deal.
And then finally, the Good Patch. Wearable wellness. This is one of my favorites from them right here.
Yeah, I've used these
Do you
before.
feel the micro darts in there?
Yeah.
So when you put that on, that helps to eliminate the appearance of lines. This is one that works. This is for like, I've got, a special date. I've got a meeting. These are going to bring magic. Every set is 50% off. They don't last long, but they feel good in the moment.
That's all you need.
That's right.
That's all you need, Tori.
baby.
Tori, thank you. Thank you. You know, we partner with these companies on these great products. You can get them at gmadeals.com, or that QR code on the screen will take you right there. And coming up, Tiana Taylor is going to join us live. There she is.
Right now, we're on the road to the Oscars. Tiana Taylor, our girl, nominated for her first Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, and one battle after another. Congratulations on the nomination. We wanted you to be here. Oh, it's so wonderful, even to see you via satellite, because you were supposed to be here, but that little Mother Nature, the flight gotten away. Can you just, here we are 19 days away, just your emotions leading into the Oscars.
Oh my God, my stomach is in my booty. I am so nervous. It's that feeling you can't even describe. You know what I'm talking about. That stomach is just throwing up gang signs. It's just, it's a lot happening, but I'm excited. You know, I'm really, really excited. No matter the outcome, I am blessed. I am, you know, so grateful, and I'm just filled with so much gratitude to be a part of this moment and of this journey and of this chapter and of the conversation. So I'm very, very happy. Nervous, but very happy. I'm very excited.
That is the most unique description of that feeling
I know,
ever heard.
I haven't never
No
heard that
question
one
about
before.
that.
That's a good one.
Let's take a look at a clip.
This is a new consciousness.
New consciousness.
Yeah. I'm not your other buddy. I'm not your mother. You want your power over me the same reason you want your power over the world. You and your crumbling male ego will never do this revolution like me.
Boy, that is one intense scene. Just give us some sense of what it was like to act with Leo DiCaprio.
Oh my God, honestly, it was a masterclass. It was a super masterclass, and honestly, I consider myself SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm soaking everything up. You know, it's important. You know, why share that space and share that moment and not collect, you know, knowledge and more wisdom. You know, he's been a great mentor, and I really admire his leadership. You know, because he's a legend, he's an icon. So I'm really honored that I get to share scenes with him. You know, it's really, truly a masterclass.
Well, I'll tell you this. I can sit here and go with a powerful performance by you, but that would be understating it, I feel. Because from the second you pop onto the screen, you just take over. It's mesmerizing. So how did you go from taking this role and really making it your own and owning it like that?
For me, what I like to do when I start a project, and it's something that I started on 1001, so shout out to 1001. That was my first complex character. So going into Perfidia, I wanted to do the same setup that I had, which with, you know, Inez from 1001, I identified her layers, and then I color coordinated those layers. So coming into Perfidia, seeing that she was an even more complex character, I wanted to do the same thing. So me and Paul identified her layers, and then I went and I color coordinated those layers to be able to tap into that, you know, and also, you know, taking on personal, you know, experiences and, you know, different stories or stories from my friends or family, like, and just tried to, like, merge it all together, you know, and just come from different places.
I love that phrase, color coordinated. Could you unpack that a little bit? What does that mean exactly?
Yes. So, you know, it's a lot of layers that comes with any human being, but definitely a complex person, you know, and I had to identify those layers and color coordinate those layers because you see it's moments where Perfidia make a sudden face at her baby, and then she'll look back up at Bob, and then her face just changes that quick, you know, or her ability to not cry, her ability to mask whatever is really under there, you know, so you have to color coordinate that. So if I feel like, okay, I'm in a moment of feeling vulnerable, maybe that color is pink. So now that moment is highlighted in pink. That expression or that feeling is highlighted in pink. If I'm feeling rage, that moment is highlighted in red. So I literally color coordinate her emotions so she can go in and out of those layers.
You were saying how Leo, a masterclass, my friend, you could give a masterclass on work ethic, breaking things down like that. I mean that, just absolutely brilliant. And we loved seeing you at the Golden Globes, your speech, you know, congratulations on that as well. And your look, you know your look got a lot of buzz. In fact, when I was doing morning promos and saying, Tiana Taylor's coming up on GMA, all the women, what is she gonna wear? What is she gonna wear? Your fashion is just something,
oh my God.
Is something else. Talk about that a little bit for us.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God, I was so excited. I had a little bookie book together for this morning. I couldn't wait to see y'all. I was so excited. I love to get dressed and I love shopping. And, you know, so I like, but I also love a theme too, you know, so I love when it's like, I know what I'm doing or where I'm going, so I want to like dress the part. That part is fun for me. Like, I love just expressing myself through clothes.
Yeah.
You know, it's really, really fun, especially being my own stylist, you know, it's really fun to do that, but also it's really fun to collaborate with people, because I have people that I collaborate with from time to time, but, you know, in regards to like Golden Globes and critics and, you know, BAFTAs and, you know, all this award season, I've really been, you know, designing direct with the designers. Wow. So it's been really exciting to go with that, you know, to be a part of that journey as well, because I get to create and everybody's so collaborative. You know, I'm really, really big on collaboration.
Yeah. Well, thank you for taking us along on your journey.
Yes.
It is fascinating to watch, and we are cheering for you all the way, and can't wait to see what you're going to be wearing at the Oscars. I know you're going to be.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Well, you are a delight. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. We appreciate you as always. And we want everyone to know, you're welcome. One battle after another is still in theaters. 98th Oscars air March 15th, 7 p.m. here on ABC, and we'll be streaming live on Hulu. How lovely is she?
She's fantastic.
Oh, my goodness.
Is your job just a job and you're trying to figure out how to find a career you love? Well, the new book, Running Down a Dream, has advice on just how to do that. And Rebecca Jarvis sat down with the author, and you're back to report to us how to find that right job. Even though I think we all have ours.
I feel pretty great about this one, Michael, and I love getting to sit next to all of you, but Bill Gurley is the guy who famously spotted Uber, and now he's taking his hard-won wisdom and helping readers thrive in careers they actually do love in his new book, Running Down a Dream.
People thought I would write a book one day. I would have never predicted this is the book I would write.
Famed venture capitalist Bill Gurley aims to help people find and live their dream jobs in his debut book, Running Down a Dream, How to Thrive in a Career You Actually Love.
You say this is your passion project. You also are a person who has seen a lot of people in the early stages of their careers. What do the people who get it right have in common?
One of them is just insatiable curiosity. And I'd say that's the number one thing.
Gurley outlines 6 principles in the book. Choose your curiosity, hone your craft, develop mentors, embrace your peers, go where the action is, and always give back.
I think the greatest in their field, the learning doesn't stop the day they leave college. It just keeps on going.
That's a signal. If it's keeping you up at night, if you want to spend your time working on something, you should spend your time working on that.
I think it's a great tell. If you're working 9 to 5 on something and then you're going home at night and spending all your time and all your curiosity on this other thing, I would really urge you to think about the possibility that that could be your career.
What do you think about quitting too soon versus staying too long?
I came up with this little trick that caused me to move careers twice before I found my dream job. I asked myself a question: if I fast forward 30 years and I'm still doing this, how do I feel about that? I was in a couple of different jobs that I loved. I was doing great. But when I asked myself that question, I got a very different answer. Like, do I want to be doing this for 30 years? That's a profound thing. And if the answer to that is no, I think you should start thinking about what you might do next.
And while AI continues to disrupt the job market, Gurley offers practical advice.
What do you say to the people who are worried about AI right now?
The number one way to protect yourself is to run at it. Regardless of the field, if you are the most AI-aware person in that job title, you're going to be differentiated and you're going to be the one everyone's looking to talk about how we navigate this.
Good advice. Of course, I asked Gurley, what about financial realities like paying your bills? He said this is why it's so important not to overextend yourself, especially in that first and early job. Give yourself some buffer. And he is giving out 100 grants a year to help people pivot at ourdad.org. And Bill's book is out now.
Great advice.
It is some really good advice and hard one.
Yeah. All right, thank you, as always,
Thanks,
Rebecca.
guys.
Let's go to Ginger.
Thanks, y'all. We have some exciting news for the Disney Cruise Line. The unofficial godfather of the Marvel Universe, Robert Downey Jr., has been named as the honorary godparent of their brand new ship, the Disney Adventure. Take a look at what he said about this honor.
When they asked me if I'd be the godparent, I said, but of course, it'll be an honor, a privilege, a blast, a titillating thrill. It'll be a, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, of course, that's it. An adventure.
I get it. The Disney Adventure will take its maiden voyage from Singapore next month. I'm also available in case we need extra passengers.
I'm excited because I see Leanne Rhymes. She's going to be joining us in just a moment.
Hiding back there.
Yeah, but we have a new kind of stage that is showcasing the best of music from new artists to industry heavyweights. And the best part is you just have to stop by somebody's front porch. Here it is. When DC native and artist Nucci began posting freestyles recorded from his front porch, his goal was simple.
I was in the process of leaving a label, and I really just wanted to be heard. So I was like, we in the social media age, I can go on my phone. I can go outside, I got Wi-Fi, I got the internet. Let me just upload these freestyles.
She told me if we gonna do this, then we gotta do this right. She ain't trying to do this twice, she already lived this life.
I was doing out of the love of it. It wasn't even something I was doing to make it a series. It was just expression in its rawest form.
Then he had an idea. What if he gave local artists the space to be heard too? So he invited them to perform.
I kept seeing people say, this is the best one, this is the best one. Each one is the best one. I'm like, okay, we got something. We gotta keep bringing them here.
He rallied a team and started building his Front Porch Freestyles brand.
Actually caring about the artists and how we look at how the city's represented, how the musicians are represented, how the area is represented. I don't think anybody else could have did this but us.
And soon the series evolved, showcasing heavy hitters like Jill Scott, Snoop Dogg,
straight from the front porch. Feel like I'm at grandma's house.
and the legendary Patti LaBelle. Garnering millions of views and often blending the artist's well-known music with go-go, a beloved genre born in the nation's capital.
We're reintroducing these artists to new generations. That's one of the best things, because I grew up on this music. They try to erase it. It's important for us to make sure that we give this to the community.
And with each artist who passes through, they leave their mark on Nucci's mission.
Everybody signs the wall. The wall is special.
This neighborhood got that feeling.
Now,
We back at it again, y'all.
you never know who is going to come down the porch steps next. That's Nucci's new goal.
This started with freestyle, and it started with hip hop. So like Jay-Z over here, Kendrick. I want to see rock. I want to see Green Day over here. I got to see Stevie Wonder over here. It has to happen. I want to see Bad Bunny over here. I want to see all that. So we're not in a box. Like the front porch is just where we're at, but music is global. Music, everybody got a front porch. I don't care what country you're from or what you listen to. You got to walk outside to the front porch.
What a brilliant idea.
I want to be his neighbor.
Oh, I see, like Jill Scott and everybody
Get a
comes
free
down?
concert like that? Yeah.
Front Porch Freestyles, currently up for an NAACP award, and a new episode drops every Monday. Coming up, I saw her groove into the songs. Leanne Rhymes is here to tell us all about 911 Nashville. She wrote a new song, and she's going to tell us all about it when we come back.
So happy to be back here with Leanne Rhymes, here to talk about 911 Nashville. First of all, thank you for getting the last flight out.
I know, I made it here, thank goodness. It was a beautiful storm from my hotel room.
We want to talk about the show, but also you got to tell us about this video you and all the women of 911 Nashville did. It's going super viral.
Yes, Coyote Ugly will forever live on. It's 26 years since we shot this movie, and I was 17, and like all the ladies, we all grew up together. They all grew up with this movie, and it was my idea to take them down to the bar in Nashville.
Brilliant.
And, you know, everybody. And the first thing I had a group text
text, and everybody was like, let's go. And we wanted to dance on this bar forever. They were so excited.
Who doesn't want to dance
We
on the
had the
bar?
best time.
But looking back on it, 26 years ago, amazing that it's been that long.
Yeah.
What do you remember most? What is one of your favorite memories from that time?
Oh my God! Well, I was 17, so I mean, that was kind of my introduction to sexiness and sex sells. I mean, really, I was America's sweetheart till they put me on the bar, and then it was all over. So I mean, I was just like, what do I do? I know what to do now on a bar, but like back then, that was just really good editing. Really good editing.
Good editing. And good acting in 911 Nashville.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Love Dixie.
Thank you.
The last episode, we got the backstory of Don.
Yes.
And how your character is really trying to help him work through it. I want to show everybody a clip.
Please.
Okay.
Dix, please.
It's the only way, Don. Now I remember hearing the babies cry.
Okay, can you please stop?
Most of all, I remember that look on that little boy's face in the hospital when he just realized he had no family to go home to.
Just talk a little bit about Dixie.
Dixie's great. I love her. I think she's got the biggest heart underneath it all. You know, she feels like she's been slighted in life by this music industry in Nashville, and she's a single mom. And I think really all of her manipulation that you see is kind of comes out of you know, survival for her. And so I think underneath that all, she really has a good heart. So depending on the episode that you see, you love her or hate her. It just depends. And you switch back and forth, which is what I love. I love when people hate me on the show. It's the best.
There's different layers to it.
It's the best, yes.
But we love when you sing.
Oh,
and
thank
didn't you have a song coming up for this song?
So
you
in
wrote
this
for this
latest episode, I actually wrote a song called Wild Things Run with my dear friend Daryl Brown. We wrote it for Dixie, and it's kind of her song that she gets discovered by in the flashback. So, and then I did my own version that just came out today. So it's actually a record. Yeah, so people, if they love the song, it'll air tomorrow night. They can go download it. So
could this be the start of a new album?
You know, I'm one of those people that I like to live life after every record just to have something to write about. And it's not, you know, it's not performative in a lot of ways. And so this actually, though, kind of opened the door for me because I've been wondering, I'm like, where am I going next? And I love the cinematic vibe of the song, and it feels like a new direction or a direction for a new record. So I'm starting. Like I haven't had much time to sit down and write.
Right.
So now that I have a little time on my hands, I'm doing some writing.
That's a nice problem to have.
Give us something to wait for.
It is a good problem, yes.
Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thanks. Nice to see you guys.
911 Nashville airs Thursday at 9 Eastern and Pacific right here on ABC. Streams on Hulu as well.
As you know, Eric Dane passed away last week, and we want you to know that you can see Diane Sawyer's emotional interview with him when he spoke about his ALS diagnosis for the first time. I remember that special. Well, the special has been updated with more on Dane's life and impact. Eric Dane, Life, Loss, and Courage, a Diane Sawyer special, is streaming now on Disney Plus and on Hulu.
It was such a powerful interview.
Yeah.
Have a good day, everyone.